Hello, I'm Scott Peterson, owner of Home Perfect Emergency Services. I've been in the restoration industry going on 12 years now, and we've dried out thousands and thousands of homes. The purpose of creating this video is we've seen so many water losses that could have been prevented or the damage be minimized. So we really wanted to give you some good content to help you be better protected, but also help you prevent yourself from having a water loss. So we want to go over where your water turnoffs are in your home. So if you do have a water damage, you know where you can go to immediately turn that water off. And this is definitely worth checking out now so you know ahead of time where those water turnoffs will be. There may be multiple water turnoffs in your home. If it's something like a supply line leaking from a toilet, there's an angle stop where you can turn the water off right then and there. If it's hot water, you can go to the hot water heater and close the valve on top of that water heater to isolate that. And then there's water mains for the home. They could be found in the garage, it may be found in front of the house, on the side of the house, or over at the street will be a water main. There's some things that you can do in your home now to strengthen some of the water lines or just make a couple adjustments that may prevent you from having a water loss. One of the main things that come to mind is your washing machine lines. We see a lot of people have the rubber hoses and those notoriously break. So if you can swap those out for the stainless steel braided lines, that will give you a lot better protection. Something else you want to look at is putting a pan underneath your hot water heater in the garage. So if that does leak, it's going to drain out onto the concrete floor instead of draining into the home. If you have your washer dryer upstairs, you want to make sure that you have a pan underneath that ties into a drain. So if the washing machine leaks, it's not going to flood into the home. It should drain out of the house. If you're noticing anything that seems weird with the pressure for the water in your home, reach out to a plumber and have them check your pressure regulator. When those pressures get too high, they could start affecting the wear and tear of a lot of your plumbing issues, but it could also cause a water damage. If you do have a water damage in your home and a plumber refers a restoration company, you still want to do your due diligence and check out that company. There are times where restoration companies are paying big money for referrals, and a lot of times the plumber will also be a victim because they think that their client's going to get taken care of. The overall goal is that the costs are minimal to where you don't have to file a claim. So working with somebody that has your best interest in mind is the best way to go in this situation. Before you file an insurance claim, you really want to work with a restoration company to find out what those costs are going to be. If you file a claim too early and the costs are minimal, you could still get a ding on your policy, which could raise your rates. So find out what those costs will be and then work with your insurance company if need be. In almost any case, a restoration company will be likely to come in and give you a free estimate or evaluation to let you know the extent of the damages and the approximate cost to repair your home. If you have a water damage in your home, if you can safely move furniture out of that area, that would be great. If you can't move the furniture out, but you can safely put saran wrap or tin foil underneath the legs, that will create a moisture barrier so that water will not wick up into the wood or have the stain from your furniture permanently stain your carpet. One thing you definitely don't want to do, we've had people use their household vacuum cleaners to try to get the water out. If you have a wet dry shop vac, you can try to do that. Put towels down to prevent water from leaving one room and creating more damage into another room, which could affect your flooring. You don't want to immediately start putting fans down to try to dry surfaces until you know what the cause of that water damage was and see if that's something that you can safely do. A lot of times you can cross-contaminate your home by dropping air movers down and possibly spreading contaminated sources throughout the home. So some examples of contaminated water sources would be a toilet backup from like a sewer backup, a clog in a sewer line, groundwater that comes in from the outside. Those carry a lot of harmful bacteria and contaminants, and if you're going to put fans on that, that could spread bacteria throughout the home and people will be breathing that, and that's how they get sick. A lot of people are storing paperwork and valuable items in cardboard boxes in their garage. Hot water heaters tend to be almost our biggest cause of water damage. So I recommend that if you are going to store things in your garage or in rooms, keep them in Tupperware bins because that's going to give you a lot better protection if you do have a water damage. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us. We'd love to help you.